the study of human behavior is a dense minefield of ongoing discovery. In part, it's because the field changes as the environment does. As we change our world, our behaviors change with it, making psychology an ever-evolving game of research, statistics, best guesses, and bizarre behaviors to dissect. Here are 30 random psychology facts about human behavior to contemplate and discuss at your next dinner party. Some may cause some controversy, and others will undoubtedly draw nods of agreement. In this video you see 30 interesting psychology facts about human behavior, so let's enjoy. 1. A decision made in a big group is often much worse and prone to mob mentality than a decision made with just a few key people involved. We can simply look at some general elections for evidence of this. 2. A fascinating study from the 80 seconds revealed something about how people have shared notions when it comes to imagination. Several people were asked to draw an ordinary object, like a coffee cup. Almost all of them attracted the cup from a particular angle and perspective, slightly above, looking down upon it. This became known as the canonical perspective. Most of us seem to see everyday objects in our imagination in the same way. 3. An interesting note regarding reading. It turns out that while most people say they prefer shorter lines of text when it comes to reading, they almost always read long lines of text faster. So while the traditional newspaper column seems to be entrenched in our pleasure center, a more efficient task requires about 100 characters per line of text. 4. An exciting study concluded that people who worked in rooms colored blue were more productive than in rooms painted other colors. Time to invest in some paint. 5. Another study suggests that chocolate is more addictive than some drugs. Shopping also has a similar effect on the brain. 6. One of the sad facts about anxiety is that it has overtaken our species, it seems. In terms of numbers, today's average high school kid is as anxious as a registered psychiatric patient in the 1950s. 7. A simple thing like a good morning or good night message has been shown to trigger feel-good chemicals in the brain. So if you want to make someone feel good, just send them a message at the start or end of a day. 8. A usability study concluded some exciting things about how many things a person can remember and process. Initially, one unofficial estimation states that between 5 and 9 items were optimum for human response. So, for example, 5 to 9 items on a menu or tab list. A more formal study concluded that the number was more likely 3 to 4. So 3 or 4 items are the only things possible to register when looking at a list. If you have a longer set of options to offer, you may want to group these, forming chunks of up to 4 items, and sub-items, etc. 9. Backup plans aren't always a good thing. Research shows that the first idea will statistically succeed less often when you plan for a contingency. All or nothing, in this case, seems to be the better mathematical option. 10. Can't stay away from checking your Insta, Twitter, or Facebook. That's a psychological and very real scientific phenomenon. Your brain produces the hormone dopamine when you do this. This has a very pleasing emotional result, so you keep doing it searching for that pleasure. 11. The chances are that the last person you think about at night is essential to you, but they can be picked by your brain for either good or bad reasons. That is to say, that person can be the light of your life or the bane of your existence. Your brain makes no distinction. 12. Chromostereopsis is the effect of different colors clashing to confuse the depth of the objects. So, for example, blue and red stripes will confuse the eye and mess with perception. This has a material impact on designers and artists. 13. Despite your best intentions to be confident and resolute, you're going to doubt your position if other people disagree. You may not show it outwardly, but something in your own mind will second-guess your initial thought. 14. Dressing well has a significant impact on happiness and confidence. Try dressing up neatly if you're looking to trick your brain into feeling a bit more up for a good day. Dress for intention, effectively. 15. Empathy seems to be lacking in people who wield a lot of social power. This might be why your boss always seems like such a heartless jerk. More than likely, he just struggles to empathize with people. 16. Falling in love is fantastic, and one of the most treasured feelings humans pursue. Even more impressive is that it takes just 4 minutes for the brain to feel it's in love because that's how long it takes for those chemicals to take effect. 17. Fear has a bizarre impact on your susceptibility to influence. When you are anxious or scared, you tend to seek something you know is comforting and familiar in some sense. On the other hand, when you are happy and excited, you may be more explorative with your actions and choices. 18. For some reason, happiness levels are higher in people who spend more time in the sun. You might interpret this to mean, get out into nature and enjoy yourself. That's good advice, anyway, even though this phenomenon could be a chemical reaction to the sun's warming rays. 19. Had a stormy night in terms of sleep. No problem, try this hack. You might be able to simply tell yourself that you slept well and trick your brain into believing it, at least for a while. 20. Happiness is a chemical, scientifically speaking. This is why chocolate is so popular with sad people. It produces a hormone called oxytocin in the brain, which essentially tells it to feel happy. 21. Have you ever wondered why the standard way to write down telephone numbers is in groups of 3 and 4 numbers? Psychologists believe it is easier for humans to remember groups of 3 or 4 items together. 22. Here's a mind bend. Whenever you try to remember an event from the past, your brain is trying to remember the last time you recalled it. What does this do for the reliability of the original memory? You decide. You can also read further down this list about memory and reliability. 23. Holding hands with your special ones has a positive chemical effect on your brain. You will reduce stress and actually feel less physical pain. 24. Hug your loved one for an extended period. Studies show that holding a hug for more than 20 seconds produces hormones that comfort and promote trust in your body. 25. Human behavior is influenced by imitation. Babies tend to imitate what they observe, but this brain behavior doesn't diminish with age. The same neurons fire when you see other people do something, even as an adult, when you are less likely to mindlessly imitate behavior. 26. If, for some reason, you feel rejected, whether at work or in a romantic context, your brain will manifest a physical reaction. You may feel sick or unwell, dizzy, or just unable to function normally for a while. 27. If people around us do not approve of something we did or said, we are likely to doubt whether we are correct in that deed. It could be something you did or an opinion you hold, but you'll feel you might have been wrong. 28. If you're planning on working on a personal goal, keep it to yourself. Studies show that announcing a goal to others dramatically decreases the chances that you'll stay personally motivated enough to achieve it. 29. Feeling ignored creates a similar mental and brain reaction to a physical injury. 30. If you find a wallet, and you're the kind of person who considers returning it, a random factor will play a significant part in whether you do. If the wallet has a picture of a child in it, you'll make an effort to return the wallet. If you like this video, please subscribe our channel. Thanks for watching.